Madam Speaker, I want to thank you for your communication. And indeed, what you have said, that the apology is really acceptable. But still, there are so many people, and this goes to through Madam Speaker, to the Chief Whip. We have a lot of indiscipline in government officials, including some ministers, not the word some ministers. There is a minister here, Madam Speaker, is an ex-official. The last time he came to Parliament, he came not wearing a tie. And he ran out so slowly. But when he goes out, Sam Mayanjja is ever attacking Buganda institution, attacking the king, and that's another sign of indiscipline. He has missed sitting here for over 200 times without coming with no sufficient cause. And the rules are very clear. I don't know why you don't try to be a president. Sam Mayanjja should be removed from the ministry. It's not useful to us. Sam Mayanjja is attacking the Buganda kingdom, abusing Buganda. He's never in Parliament. How does he execute his work as a minister without coming to Parliament to tell us what's happening in the Ministry of Land? And this is very pathetic. Last year, Madam
Honorable Mayanjja, Rule 114. The leader of government business shall ensure that sub-rule 1 is complied with. Leader of government business. In the absence of leader of government business, we have the government chief whip, who is here.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, Honourable Sewungu, concerning a minister that abuses the king. It's a very serious matter, Right Honourable Speaker. This is about a leadership of a king in this country. A minister of government goes with the public, he abuses the king today, tomorrow, the other day. And the matter is brought here. I expected the government chief whip at least to promise either the matter to be taken to cabinet or anywhere. It cannot just be swept under a table like that. It looks like it is it's a government.
Honorable members, I have got the message. I am going to write to Honorable Mayanjja to come to this floor. You first, switch on.
Right on about the Honorable Minister Mayanjja, I'm informing the House that I'm coming up with a petition to censure the Honorable Minister for the utterances he has made against our King, and then also about not attending this Parliament.
You will not censure him for utterances, but for missing the House.
All right, for missing the House. Next week, Mr. Speaker, I'm informing the House, I'm coming up with a petition to censure the Honorable Minister for missing the House.
But we will need to check our records. If he has not been asking for permission not to be in the House, we will check our records. Yes, the Honorable Mitoma, then Zombo. You are aware, last week I communicated, we would be handling RAPEX this week, and we should be able to conclude the RAPEX. And I want to thank you so much for your dedication towards the work in this Parliament and work for your people. Honourable members, our counterparts, the East African Legislative Assembly, is sitting, as I communicated last week, is sitting here. They already arrived on 20th. We want to warmly welcome them to Uganda and wish them a fruitful deliberation. I want to urge you to accord them all the hospitality that they would need in Uganda. And remember, Uganda is a pearl of Africa. So we want them to get the best in Uganda, and our cooperation matters a lot. Honourable members, Last few days, the media has been reporting issues regarding Uganda police personnel. One police officer, Tusini Abdallah, courageously executed his duties amidst a very heavy downpour, while one Makawa, Charles, was allegedly assaulted while in line of duty. We acknowledge the sacrifice that our police officers, our police personnel are doing, and we urge the public to treat them with respect, especially when somebody is executing his duty and you just slap a person who is on duty. A woman who is a mother is slapping a son. I don't think that was good for us women. That is an embarrassment to all the women in Uganda. And on that note, I want to apologize on behalf of all the women, that not all the women do that. The women that we have in Uganda are mothers. The women respect themselves. We cannot go on rampage and start slapping our sons. We want to apologize for that. It's a very bad attitude, and it portrays a bad image on the side of the women. And especially when this person was innocent and doing his work. You know you've made a mistake. The word sorry doesn't cost us much. Honorable members, we received a report of Public Accounts Committee, Central Government, on the consolidated fund account, and it was deferred to final decision pending the response from the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, and I am reliably informed that the Minister is ready. Maybe Government Chief will let us know where the Minister is, and therefore is on the, we will vary the order paper to have the Minister respond to Honorable Chivumbi's report. I also have a order paper. Honorable Leader of Government Business and Leader of Opposition says he has one report which is ready, which we asked him to bring reports on his visits. So he says he has one report. We will vary the paper and give him time to present his report. I am also informed that Legal and Parliamentary Affairs are not yet ready. They will be ready for tomorrow, much as they are on the order paper, but we can look at other entities and look at theirs. Thank you so much. Yes,
that takes care of all the persons with visual impairment across the country under the guidance of my Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development. Our own, they would use MTN Momo code, and I beg to read 710075. You dial *165 *3#. I repeat,
Thank you so much, Reton. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Next.
Item 3.3, statement by Minister in response to the report of the Public Accounts Committee, Central Government, on the report of the Auditor General on Treasury operations and the consolidated financial statements of the Government of Uganda for the year ended 30th June 2023.
The General's report from the committee regarding the consolidated fund account. We did not debate that report. We were waiting for you because we needed that report to be handled. First, we needed responses from you for the House to debate on it. Yes, you can go ahead. Why is Honorable Chivumbi?
Madam Speaker, I was aware but closely monitoring, and I would like to thank the committee chair and the committee members for the good report and the analysis they did on treasury management. Madam Speaker, the report brings out various issues. However, for emphasis, I would like to respond to 4 main items now, and the rest we can come in as the debate progresses. Madam Speaker, the issue which came out strongly was on budget or funding performance on page 5 of the report, and I would wish to respond to it as follows. In principle, supply should when there are in-year emerging needs for the vote. Additional resources may be realized from external disbursements, non-tax revenue, and local revenue collections not earlier projected, which have to be appropriated. However, not all emerging needs are financed through additional resources, but rather through reprioritization of the available resources. Madam Speaker, during the year, some votes may not fully absorb the allocated funds on account of procurement delays, delayed procurement, acquisition of
Procedure matter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, when the Auditor General produces a report, and that report is referred to our committee to process it, the report from the committee comes on specific audit queries that were raised by the Auditor General. When our committee reports to this House, it is provided in our rules, and when you read the Public Finance Management Act, the interpretation clause, section 3, together with our rules 221, the only expected response from government and the minister is through a treasury memoranda. And a treasury memoranda is defined as a report by government in answering the resolutions or the recommendations of Parliament on the report of the Auditor General. The procedural matter I'm raising is whether the minister is at liberty to come and cherry pick the issues raised in the report without the treasury memorandum. And that memorandum, when it comes to this House, Madam Speaker, you are obliged by the rules to send it to the auditor to audit and then report back to this House. The issue I have with this kind of approach is that it will make Parliament look very, for lack of any other word, very unserious, that a minister can then casually decide that I'm going to respond to this and not that. So the procedural matter I'm raising is that even this response will never negate what has been produced in the report. What is it that the minister is hurrying so much that he cannot wait for Parliament to take a decision and therefore respond to the resolution? Because his response now, supposing Parliament amends the resolution in the report, the recommendation, what would you have responded to? So you are responding in anticipation when Parliament has not yet taken a decision on a particular recommendation. If we do away with that recommendation, what are you going to respond to?
When that report was presented, the report seemed complex, and members say they wanted the minister to come and explain on the issues that were raised on the report. So the report was not even debated upon. It was only presented, but it was pushed forward, for the minister to be available in the House to make some responses before the report was adopted. That's why the minister is giving a response to what was raised as we await for the Treasury Memoranda. But if you still want the Treasury Memoranda, that is still fine. It is still fine. Because it is within 6 months, the minister can go back and bring a Treasury Memorandum to the effect. Chair?
The challenge, Right Honourable Speaker, I have with his response, even uploaded, is very, very difficult for all intent and purposes, with the nature of the report we gave, for the minister to come with talking notes and attempt to respond to a report that was...
So let's wait for the Treasury Memoranda.
And you see, Right Honourable Speaker, the Treasury Memoranda, that issue will only come when Parliament has debated and adopted the report. So the procedure we can proceed, Right Honourable Speaker, is for you now to call for the debate of the report, and once the report is adopted, then the minister can submit, but for him to submit in this manner with a talking point, to a formal report of, without even, how do members follow? Now I'm supposed to be there noting every point he makes. It's very difficult. I thought we would have formally have written a statement, responded to it, uploaded it, and we compared the notes so that members can formally debate.
Honourable Minister.
Madam, we are all on the same page in this. Normally what happens when Parliament has adopted the recommendations of the committee, we respond to them through a Treasury Memoranda, which comes back to this House and is also audited. However, before we get there, I want to believe the spirit under which you are asking, the House asked me to be in the House and make some comments, is to inform debate so that we are able to arrive at informed conclusions. This is the purpose for which we are here. For the first time, Honorable Namuga is agreeing with me. Thank you very much. So, therefore, Madam Speaker, if it is in the wisdom of the House that I don't respond now and wait for the time for Treasury Memoranda, I have no problem. That's also okay. And if the House feels I should give some information which will facilitate debate, I can also give it.
Honourable members, the Honourable Minister has given us, it looks at specifics, item by item. Maybe we could have this uploaded, you go through it, and then we have the report debated upon based on this, and then we adopt the report, if that can. So that you come with what you're going to debate on the House. Unless if you want to debate now, just...
Right Honourable Speaker, the reasons why in the rules it is provided that when the government responds, it must be through a report which will first go straight to the Auditor General to audit. This Parliament, as we are constituted here, does not have capacity to audit. So any document in response to the findings of Parliament must be audited first by the Auditor General in accordance to our own rules. So the Minister cannot bring a document here and expect us to start auditing them. Audit is a process. There are source documents that we must look at.
He's responding to what we raised.
What the Minister is presenting here, I think should come before the committee, and the committee processes it.
No.
Yes, because, Madam Speaker, when you're dealing with the audit queries go to the accounting officers. and the accounting officers answer them accordingly. Now, when we have a response from the minister at this level, I don't know where we are going to process his report.
But we have a room for Treasury Memoranda under 221. We have a room for that. This was just made to form a debate.